Are we assuming you're the starter? Are you the starter this week? Is Drew coming back? Best we can tell. You don't mind me asking? Straightforward.
Yeah. Look, I don't know. I know that Drew is the most competitive guy I've ever been around, and I know he's been dying to get back on the field. But I don't know. I haven't talked to him to know what his plan is yet. I think it's one of those things that in a situation like this that for me, I have to make sure that I'm preparing to be the guy in case I am the guy. And if Drew's ready to come back, it's obviously it's his show, and I'll step back into my other role. But if not, I'll be ready.
So when we had Drew on the show about 3 weeks ago, he was in the I guess the workout room, and he said Taysom's right over here. So you've obviously been around him for quite some time. What has it been like for you to be around Drew Brees? What have you picked up from him, Taysom?
Oh man, well that is such a loaded question that I could go on forever. I have learned so much from Drew. One, he is such an incredible mentor. He's become such a great friend to me. But I would say the things that I learned most are not the things that Drew has said to me. It's what I've been able to observe. And it's really, I think what separates him from other people is how he prepares for a football game. I was so blown away when I first got here to see the way that he prepares week in and week out. Because I had this expectation that, Drew's been playing for so long, he's been so great and so consistent that, there's not a defense he hasn't seen. But I'm telling you, he prepares as if it's his first start every week. And so his routine, his schedule, I can tell you that, without me being around him, if I was gone for a week, I could tell you exactly what he would be doing, when he would be doing it, because his routine is so dialed in, and he knows what it takes to get him prepared for a game. And so really his routine and how he prepares has been the most beneficial thing for me throughout this process.
And in terms of the 3 weeks, though, that you've been the starter, what about that? How has he been there downloading you with information, or you picking his brain or anything like that? What about that?
He's been awesome. Look, I think it's one of those things where, when you're used to taking every rep and playing every game and everything, it's hard to, continue to watch film and prepare that way. But, man, he kept that same routine with me. He was in watching film with me, and, we sat and had a ton of discussions on, personnel and game plan, and we were sending different ideas up to the coaches. And so he's been awesome. He's been on the sideline with me for both Atlanta games, and he's been so helpful through that entire process.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.